I've already told you guys this. I'm going to say it again. I'm not involving myself in any drama whatsoever. At all. All right? It's sad that I have to keep reiterating this. Because every day, I get people who keep bringing up drama. Whether it's in my stream chat, whether it's they're sending me emails or video comments or tweeting me and saying drama, drama. Hey, Phil, drama. Drama, drama. Drama, 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 drama. Okay? It just seems like more and more people, all right, want to pull me into their drama for various reasons. And in reality, I am someone who, for the majority of the time that I made content on the internet, 15 years, I've tried to stay out of other people's drama. I don't go on giant slam-based content shows. I don't do giant React specials making fun of people. You know what I'm saying? Even the React stuff that I've done has been way more level-headed than most people. I'm not just sitting there laughing at someone's misfortunes. I'm trying to analyze what's going on and compare it to my own situation and maybe give some insight and advice. It's a little different than what a lot of other people do, right? Now, recently, there's been drama that people are trying to pull me into, all right? You guys don't even know, because here's the thing. I don't tell you guys, because you don't need to know. But there is people out there who are constantly trying to pull me into drama on purpose because they feel that they can benefit from it, right? If Phil leaves a soundbite on his show, or if he brings something up, or, you know, just you know, what was it, yesterday? Someone had talked about this, a new documentary about me. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen it. I have no desire to see it, you know? And then someone says, well, the title of it is very negative. And I'm like, well, then obviously I'm not interested. Who fucking cares? It's the difference between someone trying to do like a neutral documentary or someone trying to get clickbait, right? So I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't really care, right? I just don't. And actually last night I was playing Mario, okay? And someone said to me, you know, that they had seen the documentary and they actually felt like, although there was a lot of making fun of me and stuff in it, that it was more level-headed and it was kind of fair. And I'm like, you know, that's nice that that's the case, that it's not someone just slamming me for 2 hours. At the same time, why does the title have to be clickbait, right? Because it's drama. Because that's what sells on YouTube. You need the clickbait drama to bring people to watch crap. I'm sorry, it's just the case. It's the reason why you have entire channels on YouTube based on negative documentaries, and you have absolutely no YouTube channels based on 100% positive content. Did you notice that? Did you ever notice that there's no flip side of that there's tons of drama, tons of negative stuff? There's no all positive stuff, because humans love drama, right? And it's sad, because that's what they do. Keep in mind, every one of you, and I mean this too, every one of you, all right, every single one of you who went over there to one of their drama channels, all right, every one of you who went and, you know, looked at all that nonsense and basically, oh my God, you gave them exactly what they wanted. You allowed these people who are not legal professionals, who know nothing, who literally just talk out of their ass on a daily basis and speculate about drama, to get views and attention. You essentially paid them for nothing. And that's because you're stupid. I'm sorry. It just is. It's because you're stupid. But that's just the case. So make it sound dramatic. Use clickbait. Say all negative things. Emphasize the negative. You know, that's what people do on YouTube, correct? You know, I made YouTube videos for 2.5 to 3 years before I ever monetized them. Why? Because it was a fun hobby for me. I had passion for video games. I wanted people to see that. I liked seeing people enjoy me enjoying games and sharing their own experiences and sharing their own passion for them as well. I liked that positive community that YouTube had when I started. Now, what I saw over the years is that community went away. That positivity on YouTube turned into a toxic community of people who are just there to tear you down, people who are there to laugh at you rather than laugh with you. YouTube changed over the last 15 years. Those first 3 to 5 years were very positive, and the last 10 have just been a downhill climb, or I should say a downhill slope of a lot of toxic people flooding to the site. Now, during that time period, all right, I lost pretty much all of my popularity. But was it because I failed? Was it because I horribly screwed up?
Yes. Yes.
Or was it because I stayed true to myself and by design, I kept making the kind of content that I liked, and because of that, I fell out of prominence with what YouTube wanted?
That raw gameplay, raw streaming, without editing, without any kind of cutting out certain boring parts and making it look more like an edited comedy show rather than a playthrough, or a live gameplay stream that doesn't have tons of live interaction with the stream because you're focusing on the game. This stuff is not mainstream popular anymore on YouTube. There was a time when it was. When I started on YouTube, it absolutely was, and now it is not. People have now almost been conditioned to feel that just because someone edited their gameplay and took out maybe some of the fails and some of the boring parts, but instead added in some jokes and scripted stuff, that it's already better. And I completely disagree. I've never done that with my gameplay, and I never will. I don't like that style.
That's what happened. In the last 10 years, all right, I went from the guy who was top of the rung when it came to gaming to who's Darkside Phil? Oh, he's that guy who sucks at games. Let's all make fun of him. And then an obsessed community of people who just want to completely try to ruin my life to get lols out of it. Hence the lol cow community. Darkside Phil the lol cow. As much as they'd like to call me a lol cow, they're the community of messed up people that are far more messed up than anything that I've ever said or done in my career. The content that I put out 10, 15 years ago, I would not like today. You know, the stuff I used to do, the kind of commentary I used to do, all that stuff, I hated it. Now, I look at it and I cringe. But that's what was popular 10, 15 years ago. People wanted that immature, over-the-top, sexualized.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh! Generalized racist stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man who never eat pork bun have very limp dick. Very limp dick. Oh, yes. Pork bun. Make you very virile. Shit.
Hey, can you fish here? Nobody has better fish.
Fuck. There we go.
Hang in SUI pilot's clothing.
Okay.
I think I'll go over here and I'll get this too. See it? I'll just grab this quick.
All this stuff is a new area.
When you eat pork bun, your balls grow. Giant heaving testes for you. Eat pork bun now. What the fuck? Some false advertising.
Not to say that you would consider it racist, but just even making a joke about race. Back then it was accepted. Today it's not. Right? Active. Alright? Today, I'm much smaller. I make way less money. This is all true. And the majority of people who know me on the internet know me for negative memes that people have made fun of me with over the last 5 to 10 years. All of those statements are true. So if you wanted to say, Darkside Phil is in a state of decline, you're correct. That is a factual statement. But if you wanted to say Darkside Phil is a failure, there's no factual justification to make that statement. I am happy. I'm healthier now than I ever was, outside of maybe having a more receding hairline here, as you can see, because I'm getting older and there's nothing I can really do about that. Outside of that, I weigh less, right? I have less health problems, right? I told you guys, I used to be depressed. I used to drink all the time and treat my body like a terrible way. I don't do that anymore, right? I eat way better. I'm happily married. I have a great home life, which I wish I could spend more time with my wife and my cat. I'm actually having a great time. And people tell me there's a meaning behind that despite the fact that I'm not Mr. Popular on YouTube anymore, and I never will be again, because the kind of content that I put out is not in line with what YouTube wants. YouTube wants the drama, the clickbait, the viral stuff.
less drama, more fun, and more enjoying gaming together than anything else. That's been my focus this year, okay?
Play the hot new game, jump in with other streamers and do silly, nonsensical, immature content and pranks and all this crap. Just keep talking nonsense about people and you will be popular, right? I don't want to do any of that. I never wanted to, because for me, it never was about being YouTube popular. I stumbled accidentally upon YouTube popularity. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't by design. It just kind of happened. I chose to do an interview, all right? And I shouldn't have, because I told you guys I'd actually decided not to do it. And then I kind of got goaded into one, which that's my fault, all right? And although the interview served its purpose, which was, if you ever want to hear about any of that nonsense and my answers to the nonsense, watch the interview. My answers are never going to change, because those are my answers. That's my truth. I spoke it during the interview. And if you don't believe it, you don't have to. But that's what I had to say about those nonsensical topics. And I'm done talking about it. And in truth, it worked. Because since that interview, although a lot of people didn't believe it and or just made slander content out of it, at least the interview exists. And it's done. Right? And we moved on. This year, I was able to move on and say, I'm not bringing that shit up anymore. We're going to be able to relax. We're going to be able to enjoy gameplay. You know what I'm saying? And we had a good year. A lot of that drama stuff went away. Now, there was more drama as more people tried to pull me into their vortexes of shit. You know, I tried to branch out a little bit. People have been telling me for years, why don't you do like a podcast with other YouTubers and stuff? And I had an opportunity where I was contacted by other YouTubers. I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me to say, hey, would you like to do a podcast show? And I said, yeah, I'd be interested in it. And we never really talked specifics or anything about it. And then what happens? It blows up in my face. Somehow I get to be made out to be like a villain or something, when in reality, I was just in talks about possibly doing a show. And they decided to go a different way because they wanted to make money.
Show me the money.
What happened? Right? I didn't make that decision. They did. You know? So, that had nothing to do with me. But yet, constantly being tried to pull into the vortex. Constantly talking about me. Constantly trying to say shit about me. Right? To goad me to say things. This is what these people do because they have nothing else to do. They have no content. They have no validity to anything they do. They're only pertinent when they're causing drama. Get it? So, they don't have a fan base of people who actually like find meaning. It's just, well, what's the next drama today that you're creating so we can laugh at it, right? It really is the lolcow culture of how do we cause problems for people so we can laugh at the problems we caused, right? I don't know how that's valid. I don't know why that's allowed on YouTube, but it is. It seems to me like pretty toxic, damaging, very harmful content. But it's allowed constantly for some reason. And I hate to say it, but you know, people keep trying to pull me in, and I this year have done my absolute best to resist, right? I've done after that interview, I was like, that's it. I'm not going to involve myself or my audience with this. Why? Because I don't want to bring people into this anymore. After that interview, I got so much feedback from my audience telling me, please don't do this stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have anything to do with this because we like watching your positive content. We don't want to hear about how the next person is insulting you and now you have to insult them back and this personal insult about behind the scenes shit. None of this matters. I still feel so bad because I know from like the months of like March, April, May, this was all drama that people were constantly embroiled in because of my bad decision, right? It wasn't until I'd say when Street Fighter 6 came out in June that finally we got that momentum back because there was so much going on in gaming and people wanted to see me play Street Fighter 6 and everything that kind of went away, right? But now every once in a while, it rears its ugly head. Oh no, someone made a documentary about Phil. Oh no, someone's trying to talk shit about Phil on a show and all this and all that, all right? I commit to you, all right? I commit to all of you. I am going to do my absolute best to stay out of nonsense. So it's this simple, all right? Don't bring it up because I have nothing to say about any of their drama and their crap. The reason that they are trying to talk about me is to get a rise out of me, which then in turn gives them more content. You understand? They want to find something that they think is going to get my goat, is going to incense me, is going to get me so angry or agitated, right? That then I'm going to respond in a negative way, and I'm going to give them the attention they want, because it's a vicious circle. If I respond, now they have something else to talk about. They have more content to respond to. And again, that's exactly what happened with the side scrollers earlier this year with that interview. They made a really toxic, negative show the day after the interview. And it worked, because not only did it stir up all my haters, but then I responded to it, and now they have more content. And then they have more content. And all year they tried to goad me. Every once in a while, let's bring them up again. Let's poke them again. Let's keep poking them and see if we can get them to say something, so now we can have a whole show. I mean, there was a show, no exaggeration. One morning, someone had casually mentioned to me something about the interview again, and I had mentioned it again or whatever. That day, Stuttering Craig sat on his stream. He had no content to do that day. Nothing. So instead, he sat on his stream and said, I'm going to sit on my stream until Darkside Phil invites me to his show. What? First of all, when do I have guests on any of my shows? It was a gameplay stream day for me. I hadn't spoken to him. Why would he be on my show? But you see what I mean? And guess what? Idiots showed up to watch him sit there and do nothing. It's what I mean. They literally name dropping me can give these people attention. You understand? Which is hilarious, because I'm nobody. I'm not a big prominent guy anymore. I haven't been in many, many years. I'm just someone who likes to stay in his lane and play games and chill with my audience, and that's it.
I'm a gamer. I'm here to play games and chill with you guys with games and have fun with games. That's my primary focus. That's what I want to do as a content creator. However,
I want nothing to do with this documentary, this podcast, this drama, this crap, this nonsense, and all of this, right? So it's funny, because now this documentary just came out about me again. And people are like, are you gonna react to it? No.
nope.
I promised you guys, right, that I would stay out of it. That you guys don't want me to jump back down that rabbit hole, because all that's going to happen, it's going to bring more drama.
And or drama video makers, which I'm not. I'm not going to do just constant drama video. I like playing games and having fun with them and sharing those raw experiences with you guys and gals.
More nonsense, more negativity, more toxicity, and it's going to derail us from the stuff we love doing. Instead of sitting here and playing games and enjoying what we're doing and having a good time together, it's going to be constant, oh, this person said this about you, this person said this about you, this is bringing it up, this is bringing it up, right? So that's why I'm not doing that, right? And listen, I get it. Drama can be fun, correct? It can be. Every once in a while, you want to razz someone, you want to make a joke. That I understand. I don't mind the fact that people bring up the name DSP or Darkside Phil in a razzing way all the time. People mention my accident. Let me put it this way, because here's the thing. For every one thing I tell you guys publicly, you can assume there's 10 times more than that going on behind the scenes, but I'm purposefully not mentioning it. And that goes for literally everything I say. I'm serious about that too. I'm not exaggerating. Every time I mention, oh, here's one little thing that happened, there's probably 10 times more going on behind the scenes that I'm not bringing up. So, what do you guys know about? Well, you know there's a documentary. You know there's people trying to pull me into shows and stuff to try to get attention for themselves.
For me to just stop and address it at every moment, I would never have time to stream. I would literally never have time to play a video game or stream. I would just be constantly addressing the stupidity of these idiots who are just saying this shit to get a rise out of people and get popularity for themselves.